Hi, it's Mark and Sam again. It is June 24th, 2026, and we're going in to see Chimney Rock. Chimney Rock National Monument, San Juan National Forest. Chimney Rock National Monument is on Highway 152 south from Highway 160 in southern Colorado between Pagosa Springs and Durango. It's about 15 miles west of Pagosa Springs, so about 45 miles east of Durango. And there is an entrance fee. I've got a lifetime pass to national parks, national monuments. That's always nice. And of course, there's a visitor center. Okay, we're going up to see Castle Rock. Now, I pulled into the visitor center. I rarely do that. I suggest stopping at the visitor center. Very friendly people, lots of information. It's dog friendly. The dogs can go, if you got them on a leash, they can go. Excuse me. They can go into the buildings. Sam was a little hesitant to go in. There's a bright orange stripe going across, and she didn't like that, but she came in. All right, we're looping around. Alright, there's Chimney Rock up there. And we're going to go on up to see it. Visitor Center. Yeah, like a 10-minute video you can watch. I didn't watch it. The visitor centers, they give you all this information, and I'm not going to remember it. There's the information center right there. Friendly folks. We sat there. I told them I had a dog, and they said, well, we'd like to see her. So I went back to the van, got Sam on a leash, and we went up there. And they petted her and gave her treats. We were talking for about 15-20 minutes. Good thing I'm not on a schedule. Okay, it's a gravel road, but it's a nice gravel road. Entrance gate locks at 4:30 p.m. daily. A little bit of washboard, but you're going to get that on gravel roads now and again. It's a little bit hazy today. The rangers, the information booths, said there's fires over in west of Canyonlands. There's like 6 forest fires. Now that's a couple hundred miles away over in Utah. We're in southern Colorado. Oh, one thing I didn't figure out, this is on Ute Indian territory. There's a reservation, but it's a national monument. And the Utes, I think I said this in another video, had almost all of their territories, almost all of Colorado, almost all of Utah, and that's where Utah got its name, from the Utes. I found that interesting, and I'm 68 years old and never realized that. No one ever told me. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Utes, Utah. Again, we're going up a mountain with no guardrails on the side of the road. When we were talking about the forest fires down there, if you're out here anywhere where it's dry and grasslands and sagebrush, that kind of stuff, if you pull over, your muffler might be hot, catalytic converter, and if you pull over and there's tall grass under you, it could start a fire. So be careful where you pull over. Don't pull over into grass. And if you're a smoker, be mindful of your cigarettes, cigars, pipes, whatever you may smoke. And we're going to get to it here in a couple minutes, folks. But I thought I'd give you an idea of what the road's like going up and give you a little information. Okay, I said earlier in the video when we got onto the gravel road that it was a good gravel road. It was washboard in a couple places, but it was washboard almost all the way up. Okay, we're going to walk down the Mesa Village Trail. Mesa Village Trail is a quarter-mile accessible concrete loop. Along the way, you'll see evidence of pit houses, plants that the ancestral Puebloans used in their daily lives, and views in the Piedra River Valley where they grew corn. All right, let's go ahead and start on down. Now, if you've watched my other videos, I rarely get out and walk on these trails. I mean, this is a good trail, but we're at a high elevation, and I get tired pretty quick. Okay, and there's signage everywhere that you can read. But I tell you what, if you read everything, it's going to take you forever. That's my harking back to my days as a child, going on family vacations. And Dad always had to stop and read everything. I read some of it, but you know, there's so much information. I'm not going to retain it. Beautiful views. It's a good walkway. It's concrete, handrails. Look down in there. Why did they build here? Why would people build so high above the valley floor where there are cultivated fields and resources, water, firewood, game, animals, and clay for pottery were located? Theories abound. This is where people of a higher status lived above the local folks. It was more easily defended if inhabitants were fearful of an enemy. It was not inhabited year-round, but used primarily as a ceremonial center. They needed more farmland to feed their growing population. There is a possible parallel symbolism between the two pinnacles, Chimney Rock and Companion Rock, and the twin warrior gods who occur in some tribal mythologies. If so, people may have wanted to be as close to the pinnacles as possible. Interesting. And you get tired of walking, they've got benches. That mound is the remains of an 800-year-old home. Probably housed 5 to 8 people. This is a pit home. Those stones were used for grinding wheat and seeds into flour. And most pit homes were, they dug a pit and then built walls up. But these are pit houses, were built on bedrock. And they built the walls up, and then they used poles as the walls and the ceiling. Take a picture here. And that is for ventilation. All right, this is the Great Kiva. It's a Chimney Rock Community Center. The Great Kiva was built approximately between AD 994 and AD 1084. It is the largest excavated single-room structure on the Upper Mesa. A Great Kiva is one greater than 35 feet in diameter. The Chimney Rock Great Kiva is 44 feet across. Most kivas are built underground, but here on the mesa, the bedrock is near the surface, thus requiring this kiva to be built above ground. Archaeologists have not been able to determine if there was a roof on the Great Kiva. If you want to read it all, hit pause. These paths are great. Wheelchair accessible. It's not real steep. The firefighters are up here. Just park the side of the road. Keep an eye on things. In case you're interested, that plant is called cholla, or maybe cholla. Double L, because it's probably Spanish. Double L in Spanish. It's pronounced like a Y. Alright, this is the path up to the Chimney Rocks. Well, this is from the lower parking lot. Now, this is not wheelchair accessible. This is a third of a mile trail to the Great House. Moderately challenging with 200-foot elevation gain. Several sections that run along cliff edges. Please consider your physical health and willingness to be exposed to great heights before walking this trail. Yikes. I'd suggest wear a wide-brimmed hat. Take water with you. And wear appropriate footwear. Remnants of an old home, structure, whatever they used it for. Okay, so you're climbing up a gravel path, rocks and gravel and sand, and then you get to the rocks. There are numbers along the path. There's a map at the bottom. I didn't grab one. I figured if they had interesting things to point out, they'd have little signs. Well, they do have little signs. And they're numbers. And those numbers tell you what they are. That number 13 is just a view off the path down into the valley. Probably tells you what they did down in the valley, farming, and where their little villages would be. Castle Rock is more of a ceremonial place. So they didn't live up here. Gotta be a mountain goat. There are some big steps.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, you're not going to believe what just happened. I walked all the way up there to the pinnacle. I was about 200 feet away. Sat down on a rock to rest before going up the last little bit. Got up and the battery was dead. So I don't have any shots right up there at the Chimney Rock. You can only get within about 200 feet of it. But this gives you a good idea of what Chimney Rock looks like. And the path going up there, you're walking up that ridge. And it's rocky and gravel, and the ranger told me about a woman that broke her ankle there and they had to piggyback her down. She weighed, well, she's 200 plus. So that was a journey. But this is Pinnacle Rock. I'm 68 years old. I'm a smoker. I made it all the way up there. I'm in relatively good shape, or good health, not good shape. The walk wore me out. I stopped a couple times to sit down on a rock. There's no benches. But yeah, it's kind of neat. So we're gonna head on down the mountain. This is what it's looking like below Castle Rock. Chimney Rock, excuse me. All right, don't forget to subscribe, like, make comments, share with your family and friends. Come back, watch more videos. When I was up at the top, I was talking with 4 young women, probably early 20s. And told them what I was doing, and they thought that was pretty neat, and they want to know the name of my channel. I think one of them signed up subscribed right then, but I have some cards that I hand out to people with the name of the channel so that they can remember. or so they don't have to remember. So, hopefully got a few subscribers up there. And if I can get enough subscribers to get monetized, help pay for a little bit of the gas, that'd be great. So thanks for watching. Watch some more and come back and see where we are next. Bye-bye.